Okay, hello everyone. So we have a new topic titled microbial genetics. Okay, so before we start, just have a recap. So we have discussed about the different structures in a prokaryotic cell, their functions and their importance. Tama? So yung mga nauna-unang pang topics yan. Okay? And I discussed already the DNA or the genetic material of prokaryotes. If we say prokaryotes, these are your bacteria and archaea. So parehas lang sila ng genetic material. Previously also, we discussed the processes that cells undergo to grow and multiply. Okay, so we had the growth requirements, the phases of growth, okay, and others about the growth or how the microorganisms grow and multiply. So, in this lecture, we will focus on the events that partake in a prokaryotic cell's information flow and processing. Ano po ba ang information flow and processing? Okay, so genetic information flow and processing describe how the information stored in DNA is used by a cell to make proteins. Okay? Itong mga proteins na to ay essential for structure and function. Tama? So again, genetic information flow and processing is um, paano ba yung mga information na nasa DNA, paano nagagamit ng cell yung information na nasa DNA para gumawa ng proteins. Yun yung genetic information flow and processing. So basically, yung information flow and processing ay yung central dogma. Okay? So from DNA to RNA to proteins. Okay? So alam na alam nyo na yung central dogma. Yung replication, transcription, and translation. Okay? So we will only focus on the prokaryotes. So you can read about the eukaryotes in the book references na. Okay? So focus tayo sa bacteria. Okay? So our topic for today will be the bacterial genome. Okay, so if we can recall, during cell division, di ba na-discuss na to during your botany and zoology. So during cell division, relevant cellular components, ano ba yung mga cellular components na to? Okay, the DNA, organelles, cytoplasm, plasma membrane, and other structures present sa cell. Okay, so these cellular components are also being duplicated in the process. So anong process? Cell division. Okay, so naduduplicate lahat ng iyon during cell division. Okay, and this includes events that encode genetic information, which is the foundation of the cell makeup and its microbial activities. Okay? So, bakit po ba kailangan, during cell division, bakit naduduplicate yung mga cellular components? So that each new daughter cell na naproproduce gets a complete and functional set. Okay? So, yan yung nangyayari during cell division. So, let us proceed first with the structure and function of the genetic material. Okay, so let's describe the different terms that are important in the genetic information flow and processing. Okay, ito yung mga importante na terms in the central dogma. Okay? Yan. So, it will be helpful in better understanding the topic for today. Okay. So, genetic information, again, refers to the instructions is stored in an organism's DNA. So, ano ba yung information? Yun yung mga instructions, info, na nasa DNA ng mga organisms. Okay? Na nagde-determine paano ba nagde-develop, nagfa-function, and ano yung itsura ng cell or ng organism. Okay? So, in simple terms, it's the set of coded instructions that tells cells what to do. Okay, so this genetic information are found in the gene. Ayun, so dito napapasok si gene. So gene is the functional unit of genetic information. So this is the basic unit for whatever is in the cell makeup. Okay, na uh, that talks about the genetic information. Okay, and gene is a segment of DNA that contains the instructions for making a specific protein. Okay? So, gets natin yon. Gene. Okay? Segment ng DNA. So, we have the deoxyribonucleic acid. Diba? Tama? Ayan. So, yung DNA na yon, nandun yung gene. Okay? And the genes that make up parts of chromosomes or other large molecules known collectively as genetic elements. Okay? So, kaya nakalagay na collective gene makeup of chromosomes. So, it includes genes, regulatory sequences, non-coding RNAs, plasmids, and transposons. Okay? So, hindi lang yung genes, kundi meron pang ibang parts ng chromosome. Those are genetic elements. Yun yung tinatawag na genetic elements. And then we have the genome. Okay? It is the total complement of genetic elements. So, it consists the complete set of genetic information. Ito yung entire set of genetic material. Okay? Again, we have the gene and then the genetic elements. Okay? So, ito na yung genome. Okay? So, genome consists of the genetic elements and then the gene. Okay? But genetic elements includes already the genes. Okay. So, para ma-visualize ninyo, yung genome is gaya ng isang buong libro. Okay? Yan yung genome. Yung buong libro, sorry, meron siyang chapters, headings, okay? Yun yung genetic element. Okay? And within that chapters, headings, meron yung mga sentence, tama, or paragraph. Yun yung gene. Okay? Ayan. So, I hope nagigets nyo to. Okay, so as I've mentioned kanina, the genetic information flow and processing is basically the central dogma. And in the central dogma, we have the three products of the three processes, okay, that are involved in the genetic information flow and processing or the central dogma. What are the three products? We have the DNA, RNA, and protein. Okay? So, di ba, pag may product, anong process? Okay, ano yung process? Bakit nagkaroon ng DNA, RNA, and protein? Okay, so these processes are replication, transcription, and translation. Okay, nagigets po ba? So, during replication, ito yung process, shon. Yun yung process, okay? Pag may shon, process yan. So, replication, during replication, ano yung nagiging product dito? DNA. The DNA will undergo transcription, magiging RNA. Yan yung magiging product. And then the product of transcription, which is the RNA, will undergo translation to produce what? Protein. Okay? Yan. So, nagigets natin. Okay? And the three informational macromolecules are DNA, which serves as the genetic blueprint. Okay? So, ano yung blueprint natin? It's the DNA. Okay? So, yon. And then, RNA carries a copy of DNA. Okay? Yan. And then, the proteins. Okay, so we all know that there are two types of nucleic acids. Tama? What are your two types of nucleic acids? We have your DNA and then the RNA. Yes, and we all know that they are composed of a lot of nucleotides. Tama? Okay, so they are polynucleotides. The DNA and RNA are polynucleotides because they are made up of many monomers. monomers. What are these monomers? The nucleotides, di ba? Okay, so but what composes your nucleotides? Okay, so we have the presence of a pentose sugar. So this is the deoxyribose sugar, and you have the nitrogenous base and also a phosphate group. Okay, so since marami yan, they are linked by your phosphodiester bond. So look at this picture. Okay, so we have the phosphate group here. Okay, and then we have the sugar, the pink one, which is a deoxyribose sugar for DNA. And then we have the bases. What are the bases pala? Di ba meron tayong tinatawag na guanine, cytosine, adenine, thymine, uracil. These are your nitrogenous bases. Okay? And as I mentioned kanina, they are linked by your phosphodiester bond. Ito siya. Okay? Ayan. And, yeah, that composes your nucleotide. Okay? So, in RNA, ano naman itsura ng RNA? Same lang, nucleotides. Meron siyang sugar, nitrogenous base, and phosphate group. Okay? But there is the presence of a hydroxyl group, yung OH, okay, in the sugar. So, it's a ribose, not a deoxyribose. Yun yung pinagkaiba ng DNA and RNA. Okay? And dito, meron tayong tinatawag na nucleoside. So, the nucleoside consists of your pentose sugar and nitrogenous base. Ano yung missing dito? Walang phosphate. Okay? Ayan. So, the difference between nucleoside and the nucleotide is that si nucleoside wala siyang phosphate and si nucleotide naman meron siyang phosphate. Okay? So, nucleoside, ayan, sugar plus base. Ito siya. Okay? And for nucleotide, sugar, base, and phosphate. Okay? Nagigets po ba natin? Ayun. So, DNA is less reactive and more stable in alkaline solutions than RNA because of the hydroxyl group in the sugar. Okay? Ayan. So, yan muna yung alalahanin ninyo. Okay? That DNA and RNA are composed of nucleotides, and the nucleotides are composed of sugar, nitrogenous base, and phosphate. Okay? Okay, balik tayo sa nitrogenous bases. So, the nitrogenous bases are either purine or pyrimidine. Okay, alam nyo na to. So, for purine, there is guanine and adenine. And for pyrimidine, cytosine, thymine, and uracil. So, ito yung cytosine and ito yung guanine. So, we all know that purine is always paired with pyrimidine. Okay, alam natin na yung C is always paired with G. Okay, cytosine and guanine. Okay, and then we have thymine and adenine. Okay, thymine and adenine. During what? Okay, during replication. DNA replication. Pero 'di ba, pag nag-replicate, nag-produce yung DNA. And DNA undergoes transcription producing RNA. And nandun si uracil. Okay? So, yung thymine is replaced by uracil kapag RNA na siya. Okay? So, uracil makikita lang sa RNA, pero kapag DNA, you have the thymine. Okay? So, the difference between uracil from thymine is that walang ito, CH3. Absent to sa uracil. Okay? Walang CH3 si uracil. Okay? So, ang tawag dito is methyl group. Okay? So, the presence of methyl group in thymine makes the DNA more stable. Okay, reducing the chance of mutations, which is essential for the preservation of genetic information. Kaya sinasabi na mas stable si DNA kesa kay RNA in preserving genetic information. Okay? Ayun. So, nagigets ba natin? Ayan. Okay, so we move deeper into the information processing of your genetic makeup of the cell. So we have the DNA. So we are now trying to dissect the different molecules that are important in the processing of genetic information. So the DNA, we all know that the DNA is a double-stranded, okay? And meaning it is made of two long chains of nucleotides forming a ladder, hagdanan. Okay? And yung hagdanan, meron siyang sides, di ba? Two sides. Or the backbone. Okay? So, the backbone of the DNA are your sugar and phosphate. And we have the rungs. Ano yung rungs? Ito yung inaapakan natin sa hagdanan. So, we have the paired bases. Okay? So, there are also hydrogen bonds between bases of two strands. Okay? The AT pairs have two hydrogen bonds, and the CG pairs have three hydrogen bonds. Okay? So, these bonds allow the strands to separate easily during DNA replication. Okay? So you have the composition of nucleotides from 5' to 3'. Okay? And you have here the hydrogen bonds that link the two strands together. And you also have the complementary base pairings, okay, the nitrogenous bases. We have the purines and the pyrimidines. Okay, so A is always paired with T and G is always paired with C. Okay, so ito sila. A, T, G, C, T, A, and C, G. Okay, and as you can see, as I've mentioned kanina, um, the strands run in opposite directions. Okay, from one strand runs 5' to 3', and then the other strand runs 3' to 5'. Ano ba yung mga numbers na sinasabi na 5' or 3'? So these are labels only to tell you the direction of each strand. Okay, so 5' to 3', and then 3' to 5'. Okay, so the numbers refers to the carbon positions in the sugar. Ito yung sugar mo, di ba? Okay, so 5' end, okay, 5' end where the phosphate group attaches. Ito siya. Okay, dito yung 5'. And the 3' end where the next nucleotide attaches. Okay? Yung dun sa OH group. Okay? So, because DNA polymerase can only add nucleotides to the 3' end. Okay? Dito siya mag-a-add ng nucleotide sa 3' end. Okay? And the strands must run in opposite directions. Okay? Nagigets po ba natin? Okay. Ayan. So, the opposite direction or the 5' to 3' or shows only the direction of the strand. Okay? So, anong prime nag-a-attach yung new nucleotide? We have the, okay, 3' end. Okay, so the opposite directions of strands is called the anti-parallel orientation. Okay? Kaya tinatawag natin na anti-parallel strands. So remember that your nucleotides are linked together by phosphodiesters. Ayan siya. And um, the antiparallel strand runs from 5' to 3' direction, and the other strand runs from 3' to 5' direction. So these numbers refer to the carbon positions of the sugars. Okay? And the two strands twist into famous double helix. Okay, so it has the formation of the minor groove and the major groove. Okay, one helical turn is, okay, 10 base pairs. Ayan. So, yung minor and major groove turn or the one helical turn, okay, consists of 10 base pairs. Okay. So, ano ba yung difference ng major groove and a minor groove? Bakit merong ganun yung DNA natin? So, major groove, located, ayan siya, located siya where the sugar phosphate backbones, okay, yung sugar phosphate backbones kanina na sinasabi ko sa ladder, okay, are farther apart. Okay, so yung sugar phosphate backbones na magkalayo, nandoon yung major groove. Okay, bakit sila magkalayo? Making it easier for DNA binding proteins to access. Okay, so during central dogma, the process of central dogma, okay, merong mga DNA binding proteins na nag-a-attach, okay, doon sa DNA natin. So, the DNA binding proteins interact with the grooves, okay, by using hydrogen bond donor and acceptor atoms. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga purpose ng proteins or yung mga DNA binding proteins? So these proteins can bind to the DNA to regulate transcription and replication. Okay? Or pwede din to alter its structure. Okay, so for example, transcription factors during transcription, so from replication to transcription. Okay, so the transcription factors bind to the major groove dito to regulate gene expression. Okay, while the endonucleases bind to the minor groove for DNA replication and repair. Okay? Ayun, yun yung purpose ng major groove and minor groove. Okay. And also, the twisting provides stability, ayan, and helps pack DNA efficiently inside the cell. Okay? Ayan, so very important na nagtitwist yung DNA. Okay? Okay, so the DNA is formed as a helix because of the supercoiling of your DNA. Okay, so kaya siya nagiging helix because of the coiling or supercoiling ng DNA. So, ano ba yung supercoiling, ma'am? Wait, ayan. So, pag sinabi nating supercoiling, ito yung extra twisting ng DNA, double helix, beyond its normal twist. Okay? And kaya siya tinawag na supercoiling. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng extra twisting. So, the DNA supercoiling can either be negative or positive. Ayan. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin po pag positive? Sabi dito, right-handed, okay, twisted even tighter. Okay? So, tightly packed yung DNA pag merong positive supercoiling, meaning mahirap i-unwind yung DNA. Ayan. So, hindi ko kasi mapapakita. So, example, pag tinitwist mo yung tali, okay? Pag nagiging tightly packed siya, okay? Positive supercoiling yung nangyayari. Pero pag negative supercoiling, left-handed, twisting against helical conformation, meaning maluwag, mas konti yung twists. mas nag-a-unwind yung DNA. Okay? Yan. So, i-try ninyo na i-twist yung ID card ninyo or anything na pwedeng i-twist, and then kung yung nagiging tight yung twisting, yun yung positive supercoiling, pero pag lumuluwag yung twist, that's the negative supercoiling. Okay? So, topoisomerases or DNA gyrase, ito ay enzymes sa mga bacteria that is essential for the supercoiling of the DNA. Okay? So, the DNA gyrase provides negative supercoiling. Okay? So, um, it is a process that allows the large chromosome to fit inside a bacterial cell. So, mas pag yung mga structures ng mga chromosome noon or nucleoid ng bacteria, okay, twisted talaga siya. So, nagkakaroon ng supercoiling. And that is normal with prokaryotes because they have the DNA gyrase. Naturally, merong negative supercoiling sa mga chromosome ng bacteria. Okay? Yan. So, also the DNA gyrase, okay, breaks and rejoins the bonds between nucleotides in DNA to create supercoils. So, this process is important for DNA replication, chromosome segregation, and other processes. Okay? So, ito yung itsura ng nucleoid na relax. Circle siya. Okay? And then, merong mga DNA gyrase that breaks and rejoins the DNA creating supercoil. Okay? So, supercoiled DNA. Okay? Ayan. So, mas nag-fit yung chromosome sa bacteria kasi maliliit yung bacteria. Okay? Now that we have tackled the necessary components for the processing of genetic information in a cell, let's move forward to the overview of the central dogma. So, paulit-ulit na to. Okay? So, the central dogma is the overall process by which the instructions or informations in DNA are converted into a functional product. Okay? Ano yung mga products? Alam nyo na yan. DNA, RNA, and then the proteins. Okay? So, as you can see, in the picture, so it illustrates the flow of genetic information from the DNA to RNA to protein. Okay? And what are those processes? We have replication, transcription, and translation. So, during replication, anong nangyayari? The DNA double helix is duplicated. Okay? So, double helix yung DNA. Tama, ito siya. And then, nare-replicate or naduduplicate. Okay? And that is catalyzed by the enzyme DNA polymerase. Okay? So, nagkakaroon ng new strands. Okay? Yan. And then, anong naman nangyayari during transcription? So, after producing the DNA strands during replication, the strand is used for the transcription process, which is the transfer of genetic information to produce RNA. Okay? So, matatranscribe yung genetic information producing your RNA or specifically the mRNA. So, there are other types of RNA during transcription or during central dogma. Okay? The process of central dogma. We have the tRNA. Okay? Ano yung isa? rRNA. Okay? Ayan. And then, during transcription, it is catalyzed by the enzyme RNA polymerase. Okay, pag replication, ang enzyme na ginagamit or nagka-catalyze ng process, we have the DNA polymerase. Pag transcription, RNA polymerase. Since yun yung magiging product, RNA. Okay? And then translation, anong nangyayari during translation? Your RNA, mRNA specifically, is now translated to proteins. Ayan, yung proteins. So this process occurs on the ribosome. Ayan, ribosome. Ayan. So that is just the overview. Okay, first we have the DNA replication. Okay, so in DNA replication, it's a semi-conservation process, meaning that each new DNA molecules na napoproduce keeps or conserves one original or yung tinatawag natin na parent or parental strand and builds one new strand, yung daughter strand. So the two resulting double helices consist of one new strand and one parental strand. Okay, so this is why it's called semi or half conservative saved. Okay, yung isang strand or yung parental strand. Semi, half, conservative, saved. Okay? Nako-conserve yung alin? Original, parent, strand. Okay? Nagigets po ba? So, the precursor of each new nucleotide in the DNA strand is a deoxyribonucleoside 5' triphosphate. So, the two terminal phosphates are removed, okay? And the remaining phosphate is bonded to a deoxyribose of the growing chain. So, as I've mentioned kanina, that the, alin dito yung 5', dito, di ba? Ito yung 5' sa taas, and then 3' yung baba. Okay, so the 3' end, dito yung growing point, kung nasaan yung free OH or hydroxyl na mag-a-attach yung new nucleotide. Okay? Ayan. So, meaning, yung sinasabi kong mag-a-attach yung new nucleotide ay during elongation process of the DNA strand. Okay? Elongation process niya. Okay? So, nagigets ba? Okay? 5' end dito sa taas, 3' end sa baba. Kung nasaan yung hydroxyl group. Okay? So, this one is the deoxyribonucleoside 5' triphosphate, which is a new nucleotide na mag-a-attach during elongation. Okay? Sa strand. Ayan. So, matatanggal yung dalawang phosphate group, maiiwan yung isa, and this phosphate group will attach to the free hydroxyl group of the strand. Yan. Okay. So, as I've mentioned kanina sa overview, we have the DNA polymerase that catalyzes the synthesis of new DNA during replication. But before DNA polymerase can synthesize new DNA, the double helix must be unwound to expose the template strands. Okay, bago siya mag-proceed sa replication. Okay? So, the zone of unwound DNA where replication occurs is called the replication fork. So, ito yung replication fork. Ito na yung nag-open. Okay, so 'di ba yung DNA is double helix siya and twisted siya. Okay? But before mag-proceed with the replication, dapat ma-open itong area na to. Okay? Anong area na to? It's the replication origin or tinatawag natin na ORIC for short or in short. Okay? So, yung REC has a specific DNA sequence of about 250 bases. Okay? It is where the DNA synthesis is initiated. So, dito initiate yung DNA synthesis. Okay? And this REC is recognized by the DNAA. So, ano po ba ang DNAA? So, DNAA, these are your initiation proteins that recognizes the REC. Okay, once na ma-recognize ng DNAA yung replication origin or yung REC, magbabind ito, okay, to the REC sequence, and opens up the double helix. Okay, so in the picture, here's the replication origin sequence that is recognized by the initiator proteins, okay, or the DNAA, and open the double helix that is ready for DNA synthesis. Gets? Okay. So, once na ma-open yung REC by the DNAA, next to assemble is the helicase or the DNA-B, okay, that unwinds the double helix using energy from ATP and exposes a short single-stranded region. Okay, so as na-mention ko kanina that the replication fork is the zone that is unwound, okay, or yung open area doon sa DNA template. Okay, so paano ba nag-open yung REC or yung DNA template? Kasi na-recognize ni DNAA yung REC. Okay? And then, forming your replication fork. Yung replication fork is specifically yun yung Y shape doon sa DNA template. Okay? So, the helicase is helped by the helicase loader protein, also known as the DNA-C. Okay, so here is your helicase with the aid of ATP, and this is the helicase direction. Okay, from 5' to 3' direction. So, ina-unwind niya yung DNA forming the replication fork. Okay, so there are a lot of proteins that initiate the DNA synthesis to proceed. So meron na tayong na-mention na DNA-A and DNA-B and then DNA-C. Okay, so here's the helicase. Okay, so the helicase moves along the DNA and separates the strands. Okay, and the single-stranded region is immediately covered with copies of single-strand binding proteins or the SSB. Okay, so once na na-unwind ni helicase yung DNA, okay, double helix, okay, so syempre may expose yung dalawang single-stranded DNA. Tama? Ayan. So, again, yung single-stranded region are immediately covered with copies of single-strand binding proteins. Okay, etong mga gray, those are your SSB. Bakit sila nagbabind? Okay, to stabilize the single-stranded DNA, para ma-stabilize yung single-stranded DNA and prevent the double helix from reforming. Okay, so para hindi na mag-reform into double-stranded yung dalawang single-stranded na na-unwind. Okay, and unwinding of the double helix by helicase, okay, generates positive supercoils ahead. Okay, and so ang ibig sabihin nun, once daw na nag-a-unwind yung helicase, nagkakaroon ng ano dito, positive supercoiling. Okay, dito sa unahan. Okay, dito sa part ng replication fork. Okay, so example, pag yung lanyard ninyo, diba, iti-twist mo yung lanyard mo. So yung left hand mo nandoon yung ID, yung right hand mo nandoon yung parang um, dun sa part ng lanyard na sinusuot sa ah, nasa neck, tama? Okay, try nyong i-twist yon. So, once na ma-twist, try nyong i-open yung part doon sa may right hand. Okay? So, ahead of uh, the area na ino-open mo ay nagkakaroon ng tightening. Okay? Nagkakaroon ng supercoiling. Tightening kasi positive supercoils dito sa part na to. Okay? Ayan. So, the DNA gyrase or topoisomerase 2, ito, travels along the DNA ahead of the replication fork and inserts negative supercoils. Okay? So, kung nag-unwind si helicase, ang nangyayari dito sa harapan niya ay nagkakaroon ng positive supercoiling, so nagta-tightening. Pero, ahead of the positive supercoiling, merong uh, topoisomerase. Okay? So, yung topoisomerase naman yung nagbibigay ng negative supercoiling. Okay? So, again, the helicase, when the helicase opens up, the double helix, it generates supercoiling that results in overwinding. Okay? And the role of the topoisomerase or the DNA gyrase is to insert negative supercoiling, which moves in the opposite direction and cancels out positive supercoiling. Okay? Kina-cancel niya yung positive supercoiling kasi nag-i-insert siya ng negative supercoiling. Okay? Yan yung sinasabi ko kanina na DNA gyrase. Okay? Sa supercoiling na previously na-discuss kanina. Okay? So, hopefully, sa face-to-face, may ipakita ko. Okay? Yung parang itsura para mas intindihan niyo. Okay, next is the elongation process. Dito, mag-e-elongate para makasynthesize ng new long DNA strand. Okay? So, in replication, it always proceeds with from 5' to 3'. Okay? Because it adds a new nucleotide to the 3' OH of the growing chain. Okay? So, let's say, ito yung growing chain mo. Ito yung new DNA strand mo. Okay? So, yung leading strand is a strand growing from the 5' to 3'. Basta, yung new na strand, dapat, ang direction niya is from 5' to 3'. Okay, so as you can see, the DNA synthesis occurs continuously because there is always a free 3' OH at the replication fork to which a nucleotide can be added. So imagine na nag-unwind to. Okay, so from here, okay, pag nag-open yung helicase pag in-unwind ni helicase yung DNA, dire-diretso yan. Dire-diretso siya. Okay? And dito yung 3'. Okay? So, mag-a-add ng new nucleotide, mag-e-elongate yan. Okay? Hahaba yan. Okay? So, and then, there's this lagging strand. So, ang direction, di ba, dapat is 5' to 3'. Kaso, as you can see, DNA synthesis occurs discontinuously because there is no 3' OH at the replication fork to which a new nucleotide can attach. Kasi once, okay, imagine, nag-open dito. Okay? Ang ang direction mo is dito sa taas is 5' to 3'. Dito sa baba, 5' to 3'. Okay? Ayan. So, ang direction niya is pa right. Okay? Dire-diretso dito. So, once na nag-open ulit dito, nag-unwind, hindi naman toward the helicase or replication fork yung pag-grow ng lagging strand. Kasi, iba yung direction niya. Okay? Yung direction niya is away from the replication fork. Okay? So, once na nag-unwind dito, there is the primer, mag-e-elongate. Okay? Pero, once na nag-unwind sa part na to, okay, another primer ang kailangan. Okay? And then, mag-e-elongate. Once na ulit mag-open dito, mag-unwind dito, another primer. And then, mag-e-elongate sa direction ng 5' to 3'. Okay? Ayun. So, the lagging strand needs primase, okay, to provide RNA primers. Okay? Yung RNA primers is synthesized. The green ones are synthesized by primase to provide free 3'OH groups for the DNA polymerase kasi nga hindi available. Okay, yung 3'OH. At saka, iba yung direction nung lagging strand. Okay? Open. Ito yung, okay, let's say, pa-left yung pag-open. Eh, ang pag-synthesize mo is pa-right. Okay? So, once na nag-open sa left, okay, elongate. Elongate yung direction. Okay, pa-right. Then, once na nag-unwind ulit, another primer. Mag-elongate. Okay? So, those short strands or short fragments in the lagging strand is called the Okazaki fragments. Okay? So, as you can see, yung leading strand, it is primed only once kasi maganda yung parang dire-diretso. Okay? Kasi kung saan mag-unwind yung DNA, yun yung direction naman niya para mag-elongate. Unlike sa lagging strand. Okay? Nagigets ba? Okay. Okay, so RNA primer is created by an enzyme called the primase, okay, that provides a starting point. Okay, ito yung uh, starting point nung DNA, new DNA. Kasi ang ginagawa ni DNA polymerase 3 is to add nucleotides sa growing chain. Okay? So, hindi niya kayang mag-start, okay, doon sa area or the ORC. Okay? So, kaya nandoon si RNA primer na sinisynthesize ng primase to provide 3'OH, okay, group. Kasi mag-a-add si DNA polymerase 3 doon sa free 3'OH group. Okay? So, polymerases held on the DNA by a sliding clump that encircles and slides along the single template strands of the DNA. Okay? So, as you can see, yung DNA polymerase 3 is synthesizing the DNA in the 5' to 3' direction toward the RNA primer of a previously synthesized fragment on the lagging strand. So, yung lagging strand, yung discontinuous. Tama? Okay? Discontinuous yung strand. So, RNA primer, starting point, and then DNA polymerase 3, nag-a-add siya ng new nucleotide toward the RNA primer. Pag malapit na siya sa RNA primer, the DNA polymerase 3 leaves and is replaced by the DNA polymerase 1. Okay? So, ganun lang yun. So, RNA primer, then DNA polymerase 3. So, hahaba na yung strand. And then, once na malapit na siya sa RNA primer, papalitan na ni DNA polymerase 1 si DNA polymerase 3. And after that, DNA polymerase 1 continues synthesizing the DNA, and it has an exonuclease activity, okay, that removes the RNA primer. Okay? So, i-continue niya yung pag-synthesize ng DNA at tatanggalin niya si RNA primer. Okay, once na natanggal na yung RNA primer, papalitan ulit din ni DNA ligase. Okay? So, DNA ligase replaces the DNA polymerase 1, so it seals the two fragments together, something that the DNA polymerase 3 is unable to do. Kasi nga merong RNA primer doon. So, ang ginagawa lang ni DNA polymerase 3 is to add nucleotides. Pero hindi niya kayang i-seal, okay, yung DNA strands. Okay? And the DNA ligase also participates in DNA repair. So, the final product is complementary double-stranded DNA. So, alin dito yung template? So, we have the light green, okay? 3 prime to 5 prime, and we have the new strand uh, from 5 prime to 3 prime direction. Okay, so in Escherichia coli or E. coli and probably in all prokaryotes with circular chromosomes, yan, DNA replication is bidirectional from the origin of replication, okay, forming theta structure. Okay, so bidirectional pala. Okay, so theta structure is formed when bidirectional replication occurs in circular DNA. Ito yung theta structure, okay? And the synthesis occurs in both a leading and lagging fashion on each template strand. Okay, so as you can see, ayan, ito yung origin. Ayan, as I've mentioned kanina, meron kang uh, helicase. So since it's bidirectional at both sides, okay, at both direction, okay, of the DNA strand ay merong helicase. Ayan. So meron din dalawang replication fork. Okay? So merong leading and lagging strand and then another leading and lagging strand. Okay? So, para in this case, it allows DNA to replicate as rapidly as possible. Kaya yung mga mostly prokaryotes, mabilis silang mag grow. So, 24 hours lang. Madami na yung growth. Okay, so meron tayong tinatawag na replisome. It is a large complex, replication complex where replication proteins aggregate. Okay, ito ay for the bidirectional. Okay, so two copies of DNA polymerase 3, itong pink, those are the DNA polymerase 3. DNA gyrase, ito siya, plus primosome. Ano po ba ang primosome? A subcomplex composed of helicase and the primase. Ayan, complex na siya, helicase and then the primase. And many copies of single-strand DNA binding proteins. Ito. Okay? Kasi once na mag-unwind yung helicase, ayan, nagwa-bind or kino-cover na ng mga single-strand DNA binding proteins yung single-stranded DNA. Okay? So, the lagging strand of DNA loops out, ayan, and the replisome pulls the DNA template through it. So, ang nangyayari, the single strands are moving in opposite directions and it is the DNA, itong DNA, yung nagmo-move during replication, hindi yung replisome. Okay? Ayan. So, yung lagging strand, yung naglo-loop out. Okay? Ayan. So, nagigets ba? So replication of bacterial genome proceeds bidirectionally, which terminates at a position uh, diametrically opposite to the origin of replication. So, REC, yun yung start ng replication. Yung opposite niya is the ter sequence, ayan, termination of replication, ter sequence or the terminus region, it is where the TUS will bind to stop the DNAB helicase. Okay, kasi si helicase yung nag-unwind. So, i-stop ni TUS, ayan, termination utilization substance, yung DNA-B helicase, resulting in the termination of DNA replication. Okay, so the completed chromosomes then partition into two daughter cells during cell division. Okay, next is the transcription. Okay, so next is transcription. Transcription occurs in the cytoplasm coupled with translation process. So mostly sa mga prokaryotes or bacteria, yung replication, transcription, and translation occurs in the cytoplasm. However, in eukaryotes, okay, yung replication and transcription occurs in the nucleus, and then yung translation naman ay sa cytoplasm. Okay? So RNA is differentiated from DNA since it consists of ribose. So yung RNA consists of ribose instead of deoxyribose. Okay? Ang tinutukoy ko dito is the sugar. Okay? Type of sugar. Okay? And uh, it consists of uracil instead of thymine. Okay? Pag RNA, ribose siya, kaya um, RNA siya, hindi siya DNA. So, DNA is deoxyribose, and for RNA is ribonucleic acid. Okay? And then, instead of thymine, uh, uracil naman. So, ano ba yung kapartner ni thymine? It's the adenine. Okay? So, si adenine ay magbabind na siya kay uracil kapag RNA. Okay? So, occur as single-stranded instead of double-stranded except for viruses that can be classified as single or double-stranded. Tama? Ayan. So, transcription yields three major types of RNA molecules. So, we have messenger RNA, transfer RNA, and ribosomal RNA. So, for mRNA, it carries the codes from the DNA. Okay? It carries codes from the DNA that are translated into protein with the aid of the other two major types of RNA. Okay? So, si messenger RNA, nandoon yung code na galing sa DNA. Okay? And then, later on, matatranslate na siya with the aid of transfer RNA at saka ribosomal RNA. So, si transfer RNA, okay, it carry amino acids to the ribosome during translation. Okay, ito si transfer RNA. Anong nga ulit yung function? It carries amino acids to the ribosome during translation. Okay, and yung ribosomal RNA naman, ito yung site of the protein synthesis. Okay, ribosomal RNA. So, yung ribosome, technically, ang ribosome consists of RNA and proteins. Okay? Si ribosome. Ayan. Okay, so transcription is initiated by RNA polymerase. Okay? So, it binds to a specific sequence on a template DNA strand called a promoter. So, yung promoter, again, is the initiation sites of the transcription recognized by the sigma. Okay? So, magbabind si once na ma-recognize ni sigma factor yung specific DNA sequences doon sa promoter region, magbabind si RNA polymerase. Okay? Magbabind si RNA polymerase. So, anong mangyayari? After binding, the transcription is initiated and the sigma factor is released. Okay? Ayan. So, mag-elongate na yung RNA. So, you have here the growing RNA. Ayan. So, ganito yung itsura. Okay? So, nasisynthesize yung RNA using the DNA template. Okay? So, kung ano yung bases dito sa template, okay, complementary yung mapoproduce. Tama? So, kung yung andito sa DNA is example ATTC, ano yung RNA? Ano yung mapoproduce? ATTC. TAAG. Tama? Okay. Sa RNA. Ayan. And then, once it reaches the termination site, the chain growth stops, and then the polymerase and RNA are both released. Okay? So, once na ma-reach na yung termination site, okay, marirelease na si polymerase and then the RNA. Okay, so the promoter region consists of two conserved sequences. Yan. So, sa -35 region, meron siyang TTGACA, and sa -10 region or Pribnow box, TATAAT. So, ito yung nare-recognize ni sigma factor, specific na sequences, okay, para ma-recognize ni sigma, ayan, and then mag-a-attach si sigma sa may promoter region kung saan later on magbabind din si RNA polymerase. So, binding of holoenzyme to two conserved sequence of promoter form close complex. Okay? So, these sequence are upstream to the site from which transcription begins. Okay, so mag-start na yung transcription once the sigma factor and the RNA polymerase already bind to the specific sequences of the promoter sequence or promoter region. And so, andito yung -35 and then -10. Okay, the RNA polymerase recognition sites. Ayan. And during transcription, only one strand of a gene directs mRNA synthesis. Okay? An important site called the promoter is located at the start of the gene consisting of the -35 and the -10. Okay? And then +1 is the transcription start site. Okay? So, it represents the first nucleotide in the mRNA synthesized from the gene. So, dito sa -35 and -10, dito lang magbabind yung sigma factor and the RNA polymerase. Pero mag-start siya mag-read and mag-synthesize ng bases sa +1 dito. Okay? Ayan. So, leader is transcribed. Ito, leader, itong region na to, is transcribed into mRNA but is not translated into amino acids. So, yan yung unang mafo-form dito sa leader. Ayan yung mauunang masisynthesize. Pero, hindi yan matatranslate into amino acids. Okay? Yan, itong region na leader, yun yung unang masisynthesize based doon sa um, DNA template, pero hindi yan matatranslate into amino acids or proteins later on sa translation. Okay? So, the coding region, ito, next. Okay? The coding region typically begins with the template DNA sequence. 3', TAC, 5'. Okay? So, dito sa coding region, ayan, ang template DNA, TAC. Okay? TAC. Pero, sorry, dito na part. TAC. Okay, let's say, kaya ko ba magsulat lang? dito, nandito yung TAC. Ayan. Okay? Ayan. So, ita-transcribe niya, which is, ano ba yung complementary ng T? Na yung pair niya? A. So, since RNA na to, instead of T, you put U and then CG. Ayan. So, ito yung start codon. AUG, start codon. Tama? Ayan. Ito na yung start codon later for the translation process. So, as I've mentioned, yung leader, hindi yan ma-translate. Dito ka mag-start. Yung sa start codon. And then, determination naman, or determinator, okay? Sorry. Okay. Terminator is the sequence that signals the RNA polymerase to stop. Okay, so dito na siya mag-stop. So for -35 to -10, ito yung binding site, plus 1 dito mag-i-start yung pag-synthesize, pero hindi siya kasama sa mata-translate into amino acids. Okay? Sa coding region pa lang, yung TAC. Okay? Okay? So, in bacteria, ang common termination signal ay yung sequence na mataas yung GC. Okay? Containing an inverted repeats. Ayan. So, ito, maraming GC pairing dito. Okay? So, yung DNA sequence is transcribed and the RNA forms stem loop. Okay? So, as you can see, maano to, matatranscribe siya. So, U, G, C, G, and then U, C, G, A. However, nagkakaroon ng intra-strand base pairing. Okay? Forming a stem loop structure. Ayan. And the RNA polymerase pauses. So, magpo-pause na dito yung RNA polymerase. Yung DNA and RNA dissociate and at the runs of uridines. Okay? Terminating the transcription. Okay? So, once na ma-reach na tong termination site, okay, magdi-dissociate na yung DNA and RNA, also the RNA polymerase. Okay? And later on, the RNA will form a stem loop structure because of intra-strand base pairing. So, a second mechanism for stopping transcription is catalyzed by terminator protein raw. Ito, raw factor protein. Ayan, so, dalawang method or ways para ma-stop yung transcription. Una is yung pinakita ko kanina, yung GC-rich, okay, sequence na merong inverted repeats. Ang second way is catalyzed by raw. Okay? So, itong raw, hindi siya nagbabind sa RNA polymerase at saka sa DNA, hindi siya nagbabind. So, nagbabind lang siya sa RNA. Okay? Hindi siya nagbabind sa RNA polymerase, hindi din siya nagbabind sa DNA. Okay? Ayan. So, it binds only the RNA and moves down the chain toward the RNA polymerase DNA complex. Ito yung RNA polymerase DNA complex. Okay? But RNA polymerase recognize a raw-dependent termination site dito. Okay? So, kung na-recognize na ni RNA polymerase yung specific sequence ng DNA, okay, magpo-pause siya. Okay? And once na nag-pause siya, okay, it causes both the RNA and the RNA polymerase to be released from the DNA, terminating the transcription. So, yung nakikita yung root site, ito yung site kung saan, or ito yung sequence kung saan magbabind si Rho factor. Okay? Si Rho factor. So, once na maka-recognize si RNA polymerase ng Rho-dependent termination site, okay, magpo-pause si RNA polymerase and then marirelease na si RNA, itong blue, and tsaka si RNA polymerase from the DNA. Okay? So, ma-stop na yung transcription process dito. So, once na ma-terminate yung transcription process, magpo-proceed na siya for yung mRNA will proceed to translation. Okay, so translation process. So, ita-translate yung RNA into proteins and masisynthesize yung protein dito. Okay, so it occurs in the ribosomes. Okay, ribosome is the site of protein synthesis. Alam nyo na yan. And proteins is made up of amino acids and peptide bonds. Okay? Ayan. So, ito ay isang amino acid, another amino acid, and they are binded by, linked by a peptide bond. Okay? So, during denaturation, loss of a protein's secondary, tertiary, and quaternary structure when exposed to extreme pH or temperature. So, meaning, yung during denaturation, ang nangyayari dito is nasisira yung structure pag na-expose sa extreme pH or temperature. So, mabilis lang masira yung proteins. Okay? And alam natin na most of the structures of the in the cell are made from proteins. Okay, so we have the transfer RNA or the tRNA that is it is the one responsible for the translation process. Okay, so amino acid, ito, attaches to the 3' end of the tRNA. So, meron din siyang 5' to 3' end because the tRNA still a sequence siya or a gene, okay, RNA kasi siya. Okay? And tRNA can base pair with the codon in the mRNA. So, ito yung mRNA na produce, okay, during transcription. Okay? And it pairs with the anticodon on the tRNA. And so, each tRNA has an anticodon. Ano bang anticodon? A set of 3 nucleotides. So, merong 3 nucleotides that binds to the matching mRNA codon through base pairing. Okay? So, yung anticodon, it will bind to specific mRNA codon. Okay? So, magbe-base pair yan. A to U and C to G. Okay? So, anticodon is specific 3 nucleotide sequence. Amino acid tRNA synthase is an enzyme that attaches the appropriate amino acid onto its corresponding tRNA. So, it ensures that each tRNA receives its correct amino acid. Okay? Ayan. So, ang i-take note nyo lang dito is the tRNA consists of anticodon that matches to a codon sa mRNA. And it has a corresponding amino acid. Okay. So, sa mRNA kasi, the instructions for building a polypeptide come in groups of 3 nucleotides called codons. Okay. So, Here are some key features of codons to keep in mind as we move forward. So there are 61 different codons of amino acids. Okay? Hindi ko naman to ipapa-memorize lahat kasi alam kong na-memorize nyo na lahat to nung first year kayo. But, ang i-take note nyo lang is the start codon. Ano ba yung start codon? A, U, G. Tama? A, U, G. It's the methionine. Methionine, sorry. Methionine, yun yung start codon. Diba? Yun yung pag-start pag nasa mRNA, coding region ng mRNA, dun mag-start mag-read yung tRNA para maka-synthesize ng proteins. Yan. And the others ay yung stop codons naman. We have the UAA. Nasaan yung UAA? UAA. Eto. Stop codon siya. So, AUG yung start. UAA is a stop codon. Meron din UAG. Ito, another stop codon. And UGA. So, uwa, uwag, uga. Okay? And AUG pag start. AUG pag start, yung tatlong stop codon, uwa, uwag, uga. Sorry, uga. Okay? So, these relationships between mRNA codons and amino acids are known as the genetic code. Okay? mRNA codons and amino acids. Steps in translation. First, we have the initiation. Okay? Two subunits of the ribosome come together and the start codon on the mRNA in the ribosome is aligned to set the reading frame. Okay? So here we have the mRNA. Okay? It binds to the small subunit and the tRNA, this one, recognizes the AUG, which is the start codon. And it corresponds to met or the methionine, an amino acid. Okay? And there are P site, A site, and E site in the small subunit. Okay? So here is the P site that holds the tRNA. So this site holds a tRNA that carries a growing polypeptide here. So the first amino acid added is methionine. Okay, and then the A site accepts incoming tRNA bound to an amino acid. Okay, and then the E site is where a tRNA goes after it is empty. Okay? So, yung galing sa P site na tRNA ay pupunta sa E site. Okay? Meaning that it has transferred its polypeptide to another tRNA. So, which now occupies the P site. Okay? So, ganun yung process. Mare-recognize ni tRNA yung mRNA sa may ribosome and then matatransfer yung tRNA sa E site and then exit. Okay? Yung incoming tRNA will go to A site and then P site and then E site and then exit. Okay? Ganun po yung process. Okay, next is the elongation. So, charged tRNAs attach and peptide bonds form between the amino acids. Okay, so again, we have the A, P, and E sites. Okay, so there's the methionine, okay, at P site, and then there's the incoming tRNA with a specific amino acids. So, ang nangyayari, amino acid present on the P site is transferred to the tRNA on the A site. Okay? And then, the um, uncharged tRNA, yung um, wala na pong amino acid will transfer to E site. Okay? And then, yung tRNA na nasa A site will transfer to the P site. Okay? And then, yung tRNA will exit from the ribosome and enter the cytosol. So, this process continues giving long polypeptide chain of amino acids. So, just remember na pag yung tRNA na nasa P site will transfer the amino acids to the tRNA on the A site. Okay, and then yung tRNA na nasa A site will carry the amino acids or the polypeptide chain of amino acids sa P site, and then ita-transfer ulit sa tRNA on the A site or yung incoming tRNA na pupunta sa A site. Ganun lang po yun. Okay, so the last step is the termination. So, sabi dito, when a stop codon in the mRNA, okay, ano ba yung mga stop codon sa mRNA? We have the UAA, UAG, or the UGA, uwa, uwag, or uga. So, when a stop codon enters the A site dito, okay, it is not recognized by the tRNA. Bakit? Because stop codon do not have anticodon on tRNA. Okay? Kasi itong mga stop codon na to, hindi nare-recognize ng mga tRNA kasi walang corresponding anticodon. Okay? 'Di ba dapat yung codon is matched to a specific anticodon. Pero itong mga stop codon, wala silang anticodon. Okay, na nagmamatch. Walang anticodon sa tRNA na nagmamatch doon sa mga stop codon ng mRNA. Okay, so the stop codon are recognized by release factor protein, okay, that causes the release of all component. Okay, ayan. Okay, so we're done with the central dogma, the replication, transcription, and translation. Now, we proceed sa gene transfer naman. So, paano natatransfer yung gene from one cell to another. Okay, so I think meron na kayong idea. We have the conjugation, transduction, and transformation. First, we have transformation, a process by which free DNA is incorporated into a recipient cell and brings about genetic exchange. So, transformation is how the DNA gets from dead cell to living cell. So, hindi lahat ng bacteria ay ginagawa ito, or it can do this form of genetic recombination. So, here, first step is binding DNA. Yan. So, the DNA binding proteins, okay, protects DNA from nuclease attach. Okay. So, here is the DNA binding protein. Ayan. So, it resembles pilus that take in the DNA from the external environment. Ayan. So, yung DNA, again, from donor cell or yung dead cells. Okay? Yung nag-lyse na cell. Ayan. So, and then, uptake of single-stranded DNA. So, nuclease, yung blue, degrades one strand, and only the one strand will get into the cell. Okay? And if the DNA taken in is homologous, it can be recombinant. So Rec-A, mediated homologous recombination. So the Rec-A proteins, yung pink, takes over the DNA. Okay? So if it is not the same, it will be cut by the restriction endonucleases. Okay? So DNA is integrated into the genome of the recipient cell. Ayan. So ganun lang kasimple. However, selective lang and hindi lahat ng bacteria ay ginagawa or it can do transformation. I know you are already familiar with this. We have conjugation, a mechanism of the DNA transfer in bacteria and archaea that requires cell-to-cell contact not only from bacteria to archaea but also bacteria and bacteria. So, it can only occur if bacteria have F plasmid, ito, a type of plasmid, and then bacteria that have an F plasmid are considered an F plus cell or the donor cell. Okay, and then you have the F minus cell as the recipient cell. So the first step of conjugation is building a sex pilus to another cell. So the pilus from the donor cell will extend to the membrane of the F minus cell. Okay, and then yon, the sex pilus is a one-way transfer of DNA to a recipient bacteria. So the single-stranded DNA from donor cell will move through the pilus and change the uh, recipient genetically. Okay? So yung F minus cell will become an F minus cell will become F plus cell kasi meron na siya nung um, F plasmid. So, pwede na din siyang maging donor. And the last one is transduction, the transfer of host genes from one bacterium to another by a bacterial virus. So, ito yung application na ng lytic and lysogenic approach. Okay? So, lytic cycle, syempre, attachment and then penetration and then synthesis and then assembly, packaging and assembly and then release. Okay? And for transduction, almost the same. Yung recipient cell is the bacterium and then you have the donor cell, the virus as the donor cell. Okay? Transducing particle attaches to host cell and injects the DNA. Okay, and then there is the homologous recombination and then transduce recipient cell. Okay, so lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle. So the incorporation of the or recombination of the genes from the virus to the recipient cell. Alright, so that ends my presentation and I will not give you a quiz from this kasi isasama na lang natin siya sa finals. And yeah, our last topic will be the pathogenesis or the patterns of diseases. So, medical microbiology naman. Just, syempre, with the limited time na lang. So, siguro yung mga important uh, um, terms and also important topics na lang yung i-discuss ko this week and next week. Yan. So, thank you for listening and have a nice day.